Hey, so it's day two, and I hope you all are doing well. And as we decided yesterday that we'll use these 21 days, the time we have with ourselves for self-improvement. So first thing that I did, I sat down today and made the whole list and the plan that how I'll be learning new things, how I'll be self-improving, or I'll be doing things that I wanted to do, but for somehow I wasn't able to get time for. And I feel that we need to firstly understand that yes, work from home is a part because we can't leave our work behind. So work from home is a part that we all are supposed to do in this time. But yet, work is work, and the workplace is the workplace, and home is home. So definitely you're gonna have much more time with yourself than you would have while you were at work, especially the traveling time gonna cut down and many criterias obviously, and you can have the rest time whenever you want. There's not as much of as restrictions, or you can say as much of as a lookout while you were having when you were at work, and the experience, the atmosphere, that also differs. So I believe you will have more time with yourself, and I would suggest not to waste that on mobiles or TV or doing just nothing, maybe sleeping, but nothing. So I would say avoid doing those things and focus more on, as we decided, self improvement. So I made a certain list, I made the whole plan about it, and we all have been there in our daily life where a thought comes in our head, or we just think that we might do this, especially in creative field if it's out of your work, and you say time nahi hai. And I feel we finally have that time. Like, you have no other option, you are restricted to be at your home and spend time with yourself. So for all those things that you have planned over the months or over the years, and you felt you don't have enough time for that, you felt that if you get the time you'll do it. So this is the time to do those things, and that's why even I came out with few of such things that I felt that I needed to do, I wanted to learn, or I wanted to finish, and I couldn't because I wasn't finding enough time for that. So I made the whole list and made the whole plan according to it. So these are the few things that I'll be doing in next few days. You can join into, you can make your own list, you can make your own plan, and then in the end we all let us all sit down and see how many things we were able to finish, and how much more we were able to improve. So the first thing in the list is that I learned to make a website, a better website. I know the basics, but I need to learn more. And why I wanted to do that was because I wanted to build up my own website technically, which would act like a portfolio. So that's something that I was planning from a long time, but I wasn't finding enough time to do it. So now, as I have time, I have decided that I'll learn how to make the website, and then I'll make up my own website. So let's hope at the end of this quarantine time, I'll have my own website and I'll share it with you guys. The next thing is that I did announce a book and I did announce that it's almost about to be finished at the new year time, and it's been 3 months to that, and the book hasn't released yet. So that's one of the things, that the book has not been finished, it's still stuck towards its end. So I'll make sure I'll finish that in this time. I'll use this time well and finish the book and prepare it for the release. The next is another murder mystery that I have been working with the co-author, and the thing was that both schedules were not matching up properly. We have been trying to work on it since quite a long time, but we both were struck due to the differences of the schedules. And now when we both have enough time, we sat down and we laid out the plan, and we have decided we will finish at least 25 to 40% of the book in this time span. And then once you get into habit of it, as once you get into the routine of it, it's just becomes a part, and it's easier to finish. Then it's tough to start something, but it's easier to finish then. So we'll make sure that we finish 25 to 40% within this time span, and then figure it out that what time works better for both of us, and then that's how we'll finish the book later on. But we have decided that we'll finish at least 25 to 40% of that murder mystery book, and I'll keep you updated about that also. The next is I am a little bit away from reading from quite a time. I haven't read a book since last 4 5 months, I would say. So I'll make sure that I finish minimum of 3 books in this time span of in these 21 days. I do not have my collection with me, so as I'm so what I'll do is that maybe I'll read a book that I have read already, or I'll read the ebook. So let's see how it goes. I haven't yet figured it out that which book I'll be reading, but I'll finish minimum of 3 books within this time period. The next thing is, so I did mention on my Instagram channel that we did started a gaming channel over a year ago, and in last March technically we had to stop it for various reasons, as uh, the two of us who were handling those channel, we had to go to different cities as we laid out the expansion plan of our company. So now luckily is this in this time period we both are stuck at the same place, so we thought let's use this time and restart that gaming channel and make a schedule that how we can take it further, and even when we'll be in different cities later on, how we can how we not repeat the same mistake what we did the last time and ended up shutting it down unconsciously, you can say. The next thing is the cooking. Yeah, so we have to cook our own food. Obviously, we all have to technically. So um, I guess I have like cooking. I used to like cooking, and it was I learned it in 12th standard basically. So almost 5 6 years ago, and I never knew that it would become such a necessity. But now, when it have, so I'll get back to it. We live by ourselves, whether we are in Indore or whether we are in Mumbai. So, but we just got into a habit of ordering, and we weren't cooking from a little while, not regularly at least. So now we are trying to get ourselves back into the habit of cooking because we like it, and it's also healthy and it's good. It's a good exercise. So that's one thing that we'll do. And then the monthly social media chart of both the firms, Lepsus Next and Lepsus Creations. We'll create out the content for that, and that's that. What that will do is that in the coming months we'll be a little bit ahead on the social media. So that time that I might have used for writing content for social media, I'll have that spare time, and at that time I can do these few things like writing the book, the gaming channel, and continue to do this in future also. So I'll make sure that I do some extra work in this time, so that will give me a spare time in future, and at that time I'll be able to continue few of the things that I'll start in these days. The next thing is that yep, I have to write down the blog. So when that's also something that I have to do for the company, both the companies. And again, what that will do is that it will give me a little bit of head start, and I'll be like I won't be chasing the targets. I'll be ahead of the target, so that will give me some spare time in future, and by that I will continue my book, my gaming channel, or the other things that I'll start in these few days. And the next thing is the YouTube sketches. So we did release one video that was the Constitutional Didi, and I hope you all liked it. If you haven't, then check it out on Lepsus Creations. I'll add the link in the description. You can check that video. We made it, and so we have the script for other sketches too. So what we're gonna do is that luckily we are stuck in the Indore. So here we have our own studio. In a house itself, it's on the upper floor. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this time, and we'll use the studio, and we'll record those sketches. So we have planned that we'll record at least 4 more sketches. So again, that will give us a head start, that will give us a lead of our targets, and again we'll have more time in future. So the next is, yeah, so I did the travel in Feb to Gokarna and Hampi, and that vlog is also pending. I know that I did promised that I'll release that vlog once I come back, but I haven't got time to filter it out to edit it. And so again, so that's one of the things that was there which I wanted to do, but again it was like oh, time nahi mil raha. But finally now when I have time, so I'll finish that vlog and I'll release that vlog within this quarantine time. So next is I'll record more of my poetry and storytelling videos. I have given a bits of it among the vlogs earlier, but I haven't released a poetry or a storytelling video of myself separately, apart from the bits and pieces in the vlogs. So that one another thing that I'll do. I'll record at least five of poetry storytelling combined videos, and I'll release that on the YouTube and also on IGTV. The next is podcasts. Yep. So podcast also took a little sabbatical. I had the script ready, but then it was like first I traveled, then we have to do a lot of work. The plannings were going on, so I didn't get quite time. And the next then I felt a little sick also. So the podcasts just got paused for a long while now. So I'll make sure that I'll write and I record at least five podcasts within this quarantine time so that we are back on track, and I'll see how to release them. I might release two in a week so that we get back to the count, as I have committed earlier also that I have to finish at least 50 podcasts within this year of the series. And then is the vlogging. Yep. So I'm back with the vlogging and I'll make sure that I'm continuous with it. The break was quite long, more than what I had expected due to the illness and the travel and all these things that were going around me. So yeah, but when I'm back, I have ample of time to get it back into my routine. So that's good. And then I'll try to do one Insta live at least within this quarantine time. I don't know how would my anxiety react to that, but I'll try. I cannot promise that. That's something that's optional, but I'll definitely try to come out live. I might read out a poetry, I might talk to you guys, I might share my story. Whatever it is, I don't know yet, but I'll try. I'll try to come live on IGTV at least one time within this quarantine time. And the last is a little fun thing. What we have did is that we subscribe to Doldoli Networks and we are hyped and ready for WrestleMania that happens on the weekend, first weekend of April. So we'll watch that live. We'll wake up at 3:34 a.m. That's the time when it starts. So if you guys want to join in, you can join in too, online obviously. So that's our kind of Netflix and chill basically. So that's in the plan too. So we have enough time now. We don't have that we can't wake up at 3 because we have to rush for office at 8 or 9. So we all have that time. We all will be at home. We can sleep early. We can then wake up early and can watch the WrestleMania live, which is gonna be a little historic this time around because it's gonna happen for 2 nights rather than one. Usually it's only on first Sunday. Now it will be on Saturday and Sunday both. Plus it will be in empty stadium. That's a little weird obviously, because if you're a wrestling fan, you know how much important part the crowd plays in a event, and it's the biggest event. So yeah, so we're gonna watch that. So I would say make your own list and make your own plan, share it with me. So, and in the end, we'll sit down and see how many of the things we were able to do and able to continue. See ya.